Welcome to New Zealand's only race of this distance, the Enduro, as part of the Mount Festival of Multisport 2020. You must watch this video before taking part in the event. The Enduro is a sanctioned event and is being conducted under Triathlon New Zealand rules. You can find these at triathlon.kiwi. Key times for the Enduro. At 5 AM, transition opens. At 5:40 AM, the swim course opens for warm-up. At 5:55 AM, the swim course closes for warm-up. At 6 AM, there will be the Enduro male start, closely followed at 6:02 AM by the female Enduro start. At 8:45 AM, the swim course closes. At 1 PM, the bike course closes. And at 5 PM, there will be a full course closure. Any athletes remaining on the course after these times may be removed from the course. And finally, at 5:45 PM, prize giving will begin in Coronation Park. The Enduro swim course. The average water temperature is 20 degrees, which means wetsuits will be allowed for the event. You must cross the timing mat in the swim start area as you enter the water for your start. This allows us to know who is in the water for safety. The Enduro swim course is 3,000 metres. There are 7 buoys on the course and water safety will be in place. If you require assistance during the swim, please place one arm above your head and lifeguards will come to your assistance. During the swim, athlete reconciliations are conducted by the event team. So if you decide to retire from the swim, it is extremely important that you report to a member of the event team so they know of your whereabouts. Please ensure that you start in the correct way. And if you decide to wear more than one swim cap, you need to ensure that the event swim cap is the one on the outside. The swim is 3,000 metres and is one small lap followed by a larger lap. You will start 250 metres down the beach from the swim exit. There are 7 buoys on the course and water safety will be in place. You will be asked to line up in the water. Once the gun goes, you will head towards Salisbury Wharf. You will go between the black and white checkered and orange buoys and turn right. You will then complete a full rectangular lap of the orange and yellow buoys and then a full large lap of the orange and red buoys, turning left at the last black and white checkered buoy to head into the beach. You must not run at any time during the swim, and the only section that you can dolphin dive is between the last turn and the beach. You may not dolphin dive along the section that is closest to the beach. This will be grounds for disqualification. Triathlon New Zealand technical officials will be on the water monitoring this. Transition flow for 2020. From the swim, you will follow the chute into the transition under the swim entry banner. You will then head out of transition through the bike exit. Transition rules. All of the bike racks have been numbered and you must rack your bike in your allocated spot. Please rack your bike by the handlebars overnight on Friday, and you may turn it around and rack it by the seat on Saturday morning. Your helmet must be fastened before you remove your bike from the bike rack and remain fastened until your bike is back on the bike rack in transition 2. There is no riding in transition. Please push your bike out to the exit and pass the mount line before you get on your bike. In transition 2, you must dismount before the dismount line. Do not leave any boxes or large bags in transition. The only items you leave in transition should be the equipment you need for the race. Take everything else out and leave it in the bag drop area located in the event village. Note that you will not be able to access the transition after you finish until all athletes have exited Transition 2 and are out on the run. The Enduro cycle course. The Enduro cycle course is 120 kilometres, which consists of 4 full laps. We have road closures with restricted access for the full course, which means that residents, event vehicles and emergency vehicles will have access to the course at all times. So there will be vehicles on the course. Please be aware of these road users and especially buses on the course. On Marine Parade, there are some speed bumps. It is recommended that you do not ride these on your aero bars. There are also many roundabouts, so please take care across these. When you come back into the mall, please be careful as this is a narrow section of the course and there are several pedestrian crossings on the course. The Cycle Aid Station. There is one aid station on the bike course, which is located on Marine Parade, just prior to the Tweed Street Ocean Beach Road roundabout. The Cycle Aid Station. You will pass the aid station once on each lap. Prior to the aid station, there is a trailer with a target sign. If you want to swap a bottle, please discard your drink bottles into the trailer on your way past. At this aid station, there will be water and Noon electrolyte hydration drink, which will be available in 750ml bike bottles. There will be Coke available in cups. There will also be bananas, Cliff Bars, invisible zinc sunblock and Vaseline. Please ensure that you slow down enough and be courteous to other riders and the volunteers if you are wanting to use this aid station. The cycle course. After leaving Transition, you'll head out to Salisbury Road and mount your bike. You'll head along the mall, turning right into Adams Ave and then right into Marine Parade. There is a single file section along here for both runners and cyclists in the interests of safety, so please note and obey these signs. Follow Marine Parade to the end. You will take the first exit at the roundabout onto Ocean Beach Road. Follow Ocean Beach Road until the end where you will make a U-turn in the cul-de-sac and then take your first left into Yale Street and then left into Maranui Road. Follow Maranui Road, which will merge into Papamoa Beach Road, which you will continue on until just after the Domain Road roundabout and make your turnaround at Alexander Place. The first penalty box will be located just after the Domain Road roundabout on your way out. Head back along Papamoa Beach Road. Turn right into Yale Street and left onto Ocean Beach Road. Make your way back into Transition, passing the second penalty box, which is located at Mount Drury. At the corner of the mall and Prince Ave, you'll make a U-turn to repeat the course another 3 times. After you have completed 4 laps, you will stay in the left chute to head into Transition. Cycle course rules. You must obey all normal road rules during the bike section. In particular, we stress that you must keep left at all times and under no circumstances cross the centre line. Crossing the centre line will result in immediate disqualification. By failing to keep as far left as practical, you are also placing yourself at risk of receiving a blocking penalty if you are preventing someone behind you from safely passing you. The draft zone is 10 metres long by 3 metres wide, measured from the front wheel of the leading bike. You have 20 seconds to pass through the draft zone of a cyclist in front of you. Once you enter the draft zone, you must complete the pass. You may not repeatedly enter a draft zone and then drop back out of it. You must not pass another cyclist on their left. If you receive a penalty during the bike, a technical officer will get your attention by blowing a whistle and calling your number. You will be shown a penalty form with your number written on it. Penalties issued on the bike will be served in one of the 2 penalty boxes on the course. You must stop at the first penalty box you come to after receiving your penalty. Failing to stop to serve your penalty will result in a disqualification. And if you receive 3 or more penalties during the bike section, you will be disqualified. There are 2 penalty boxes located on the course. They are located just past the Domain Road roundabout on Papamoa Beach Road and Mount Drury near Grace Avenue. These are where you will serve any penalties that you receive on the bike course. The transition flow from bike to run. From the dismount line, you will run your bike into transition and rack your bike before you remove your helmet. You will then head toward the run exit sign at the far end of transition and out onto the run course. The Enduro run course. The Enduro run course is 3 laps with a total of 25 kilometres. Please ensure you stay within the coned run lane on the course, as there will be cyclists and runners on the course at the same time. Please obey the single file lane on the corner of Adams Ave and Marine Parade. Marine Parade is narrow in some areas due to the speed bumps, so please be careful in these areas. The far run turnaround is located between Banks Ave and Grove Ave, and the other turn is located near the finish chute on the mall. Please be careful on the track around the mount, as it can be uneven and there will be public using the track. There is also a small detour up and over a slip on the base track. These stairs are steep, so please take extra care here. Run aid stations. There are 4 aid stations on the course, but one of these you will pass in both directions, so there are a total of 5 during each lap of the run. At the aid stations, you will find Noon electrolyte hydration drink, water, Coke, bananas, Gold Moros, Cliff bars, Cliff gels at aid stations 1 and 3 only, Cliff blocks at aid station 2 only, Invisible Zinc sunscreen and Vaseline. You will leave transition and head out onto the mall to start your first lap. Turn right onto Adams Ave, then right onto Marine Parade and continue along here until the turnaround just before Grove Ave. Return back along Marine Parade, veering up onto the boardwalk and onto the base track around the mount. Follow the main track around the mount, then back down the mall to the turnaround at the mall. Repeat this another 2 times until you have completed 3 full laps. On the last lap, you will head into the finish line. The Enduro run course rules. Triathlon is an individual endeavour. Therefore, you must not accept any outside assistance during the run section. This includes discarding equipment to supporters or taking anything from a supporter, such as additional clothing or nutrition. You may not be paced or accompanied during the run by coaches or supporters. This includes anyone not in the race running with you or cycling alongside you. You must not use headsets, MP3 players, or any device used in a distracting manner. Mobile devices may be used for tracking purposes only. Please take note of the Tri New Zealand rules, which requires you to wear a top at all times during the run. There can be a gap between the top and bottom for those wearing a 2-piece suit, but you must not run with a bare torso, and tops with long front zippers must remain substantially zipped up. Protests. If you wish to lodge a protest or discuss a penalty that you have received on course, you need to speak to the race referee, who will be available at the finish line. Note that protests must be lodged within 30 minutes of you finishing the race. Remember that the roads should be considered open and there will be lots of holiday makers around the course, so please be careful. If you require assistance or there is an emergency, please see one of the marshals who will be able to assist you. If you decide to withdraw from the event, you must ensure that you advise event personnel as soon as possible. Prize giving will be held in Coronation Park at 5:45 p.m. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors, and thank you also to our incredible volunteers who make this event possible. Good luck, have a great race, and we look forward to seeing you at the finish line.